Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. Forgive my hands, I got Band-Aids all over them. I was playing with a kitty cat and the kitty cat got the best of me. Boy, that hurt quite a bit. I want to talk about something, guys. I just did a video not too long ago about all the dual action polishers I have in my arsenal. I did not include this one in that video and there was a reason for it. I didn't have enough time with it. I needed more time with it before I can actually give my opinion and also recommend it to somebody. What I have here, folks, is the Adams Swirl Killer Mini. This is a 3-inch polisher with a 3-inch backing plate, obviously, and it has a 12mm throw. The competitors to this machine are the Rupes. What is the Rupes Mini? Is that the LHR 75E? Well, we're going to get into that in a minute. Plus, we have the Griot's 3-inch little machine. That's around $95 for that little machine. Then you have the Flex, the XFE 7-12. Well, that's about somewhere around $350. I want to talk about this one and why this one's staying in my arsenal versus the other ones I mentioned. This machine right here is very well balanced. It's very small. It's great. When you're using a 3-inch polisher, you want to use these things like on side view mirrors on people's cars. You want to use them on A pillars around the door, or B pillars, or C pillars, Z pillars. How many pillars are there? Quite a few. But you want to use them in those small areas, or small intricate areas around the bumper. Now, I want to talk about this machine versus some of the other ones. The Rupes, the small little mini, it stalls a lot. I will not give another dime to Rupes. I'm sorry if you're a Rupes lover. I don't mean to piss you off. But Rupes has taken about $2,500 worth of my money over the last couple of years. I will not spend any more money with them. I used the Rupes Mini with a fellow detailer down in Dallas, and I actually had this machine with me, and we both compared them. We both were kind of blown away by this. But look at the Rupes. The Rupes is $300 for a 3-inch polisher. It stalls a lot. It's got all the other features I don't like about any of the Rupes polishers. But I want to show you something. If you notice on the back of this Adams Mini Swirl Killer, you see where the speed dial is? It's right up here. It's recessed inside the machine, so your hand can't hit it. It won't get out of adjustment if you're using it, but it's very easy to find. You see where the cord is, and then you've got the little speed dial here. Very nice, very cute. I love it. Adams, 2 thumbs up. I'm going to show you the Rupes Duetto and use this as an example versus the mini machine that Rupes has, because they both have a very bad engineering or design flaw. If you notice the back of the Duetto, which I love, I talk about why I use this. This is the only machine I'll buy by Rupes. If you notice, the cord coming out of this machine comes out of the center of the back of the machine. If we raise its little tail or its cord, there's the speed dial. It's hidden behind the cord and below the cord, folks. Just like the 3-inch mini machine by Rupes, the Duetto has the same design flaw. Very hard to get your, if you're using this thing, I find even with the Duetto, if I'm using this and I want to change speeds, holy crap, the cord is in the way. I know somebody's going to say, just turn the machine off, Scott, get to the speed adjustment you want and start up. But sometimes you don't want to do that. You want to change the speed when you're actually working on the job. Rupes has one of the worst designs I have ever seen with hiding. They absolutely hide the speed dial on their small machines. I'm done with it. They're not getting any more of my money, but that's kind of a miserable little fail by them, but I wanted to show that to you. Here's the deal with this 3-inch Adams Mini Swirl Killer, right? Easy to get to the speed dial. It's great. I paid $127 for this. You can buy this thing for $149, I think is the retail price. Sometimes you can call Adams. I will recommend a guy that you might want to talk to in their customer service department. His name is Dan. I don't want to speak out of line, but if you ask Dan, is there any codes that I can use to be able to get a little bit of a discount? Dan was able to help me get a 15% discount for $127. Really nice. It's well balanced, really nice and small. Got more power than the Rupes mini little polisher, 3-inch polisher that they have. This thing is rated, I think, maximum is 750 watts of power for this small little machine. It's amazing. I love it. So versus the Rupes Mini that cost $300, and I bought this thing for $127 and it outperforms it, it's staying in my arsenal. If you look at the Griot's 3-inch polisher, that's a cute little machine. You can get it for about $90, $95. It's not really a professional grade machine. You got to turn it all the way up to 6. It's very disappointing disappointing to get any type of correction from it. It stalls a lot. It doesn't have a lot of power, but it's great for car enthusiasts. But I don't think professionals really will find that the 3-inch Griot's machine is all that beneficial to them. Then if we look at the Flex, the XFE 7-12, it's like $340, $350, their 3-inch polisher. I had a chance to play with that at the SEMA show. I absolutely loved it. The quality, the fit and finish, the power were amazing. But I want to talk about something. Do I want to pay $300 for the Rupes? No, they're not getting any more of my money. Do I want to spend $350 with Flex versus $127 for this 3-inch machine? The answer is no, and I'll tell you why. When we use these professionally, when you're just using them to polish side view mirrors or B pillars or A pillars around the doors or small areas on the bumper, you're not going to be spending a lot of time with this machine. You can also use these machines for headlight restoration. Really amazing for that as well. But my point is when I do paint correction on a job, I'm not going to be using this primarily throughout the whole process. I've got better machines, bigger machines to get bigger areas of the car done. So you're not going to be using this all that much. So for something for $300, $350 versus those other machines, do I want to spend that money versus this machine here? My answer is no. I'm not trying to make you have the same answer for yourself, but I just wanted to throw that in there. You're not going to be using this all that much, and do you need to spend $300 and $350 to get the job done? Well, I'm going to show you this thing in action and how it works because I love it. One other thing I want to mention, the power cord that comes out of this is 25 feet long. You most likely will not need an extension cord. Really great design by Adams, even though it's Chinese made. Adams, I guess, had it built to their specs. Really low vibration, real nice motor to work with. It's got a black finishing pad on it. I'm going to use Meguiar's D302 just to run it on the paint here so you guys can hear this thing in operation, and I'll give you my experience with it. I absolutely love it. I'll put small 3 little dots on the pad there, right? I'm going to go ahead and tap it out on this panel here that I typically work on when I do some of my demos. I'll turn it on speed 2 just to spread out the product, and then I'll ramp it up to speed 5 and let you guys hear how this thing runs, and then I'll tell you my experience with it. This machine is so cool. It's got so much power. I paid $127 for it. 12mm throw. Very little vibration. So smooth. So intuitive. It's got like the platypus head on it, much like the Rupes and the Griot's Boss machines. Very intuitive. Very easy to control. Folks, for $127 what I paid for it, even if I paid $149 full retail price, this little polisher is absolutely amazing. Doesn't stall nowhere near as the Mini does by Rupes. Got tremendous more power than the Griot's 3-inch polisher could ever dream of having. Folks, plus a 25-foot cord. I just happen to think, I've only been playing with this thing for about a week. I like a couple of weeks behind the wheel before I recommend it. I am so impressed with it, I decided to make a video about it earlier. I would have liked to have included it in my last video with all the DA polishers that I use, but I didn't have enough time with it. I wasn't comfortable yet giving you my opinion. Folks, Adams has got a nice little mini 3-inch swirl killer is what they call it. This thing's got tremendous power for a small little machine. I absolutely love it. It won't break the bank. The return on investment for me is absolutely amazing. I love it. Adams, thank you so much. Dan from customer service, thank you so much for being so honest with me, because I told him I will not buy another Rupes machine because of the stalling. Please give me your honest opinion about this versus the Rupes. He gave it to me and he was right on. Folks, I love you all. I wanted to share that with you. What a great little machine, well balanced, very easy to deal with. There's virtually no vibration with this small little machine, but it's got a lot of power to it. I absolutely love it. I wanted to share that with you. I think you guys will really like this. Talk to Dan at Adams Customer Service. Maybe he's got some discount codes he can send your way. I don't want to speak for him, but I just wanted to thank him in this video for helping me. Really nice guy, very honest gentleman as well, working with Adams. Folks, there's my opinion of the Adams Swirl Killer Mini. It is staying in my arsenal. Great for headlights, B pillars, A pillars, small intricate areas, 12mm throw. How beautiful versus all the machines that are $300, $350. I love you all. Talk to you soon.